Hello, welcome back. Hey guys, how are you? Hi Nimra, how are you dear? Welcome. Hello William, how are you guys doing? Hi dear Nimra. William is here. Hello dear William, how are you? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hey Laz, how are you doing? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome dear. I am good. How about you, dear Laz? Thank you so much for asking. Comment a good name, guys. Welcome back to another stream. I hope you are all doing good. Hi, dear Yasin. Welcome. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. You're most welcome. Thank you so much for joining, dear. Oh, lots of love. Thank you. Laz, I can't understand. What is the meaning of this? Let's see who is next. Welcome. Hi, dear Resilient. Welcome. How are you? Riesely. It is a good name. Welcome. Hi, dear Hola. How are you? It's KH. KHAU. Hi, here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear. How are you doing? It's Dimple. Hello, dear Dimple. How are you? Here is yours. Agus. Hello, dear Agus. Here is your beautiful name. It's Max. Hey, Max. Welcome. Taha is here. Hello, dear Taha. Here is your beautiful name. Carter. Hi, dear Carter. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Kashish. Hi, dear Kashish. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear. Anishka. Hi, Anishka. How are you? Here is your good name. Hi, dear Khizar. Here is yours. Welcome, dear. How are you doing? It's Abby. Hi, dear Abby. Here is your good name. Hamza. Hi, Hamza. Welcome. How are you? Hi, dear Hussein. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Legend. Hello, dear legend. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. It's Yaman. Hi, Yaman. Here is yours. Hello, dear Bad Day. Here is your good name. Hi. How's your day going? It's pretty fine, dear. Hi, Ilya. Welcome. How are you? Turkan. How about yours, dear? Here is your good name. Welcome. Hi, dear Reina. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Lamia. Hi, dear Lamia. Here is your beautiful name. It's Pratik. Hi, Pratik. Welcome. Here is yours. Hi, dear Oiku. Here is your good name. Welcome, Oiku. Omela. Hi, dear Omela. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. Hi, Walaikum Salam. Mahi. Welcome back. How are you? Here is yours. Ahmed is here. Hello, dear Ahmed. Here is a good name. It's Mire. Hello, dear Mire. Here is yours. Hello, dear Jian. Here is your good name. Hi, Zahra. Here is yours. Welcome, Zahra. How are you? Hi, Bahar. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear. How are you? Yeah, I'm not. I am pretty, not pretty well. I'm not feeling well. I don't know why, but yes, I think I have to. Uh, don't know what I'm saying. Hi, Greta. Welcome. How are you? Hi, dear daughter. Here is your good name. Welcome. Maybe it's because of weather. Hi, Zio. How are you? Hello, dear Minab. Here is your beautiful name. I'm doing good. How about you? Hello, dear Rahma. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Taha. Hi, Taha. How are you? Hello, dear. It's Emiria. Hey, Emiria. How are you? Here is yours. Thank you so much, dear Mahi. Hey, dear. Walaikum salam, Subgaji. How are you? Hey, dear AF. Welcome. Let's try your beautiful name. Here is yours. Hi, dear Pranusha. Here is your good name. Guys, video is on the way and it will upload it after maybe 15 minutes. Hi, Leela. Welcome. Here is yours. Hey, dear Sabah. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's it's Ilya. Hi, Ilya. Welcome. Here is your good name. Ishal. Hi, dear Ishal. Here is your good name. Welcome, dear. It's Parmes. Hi, Parmes. How are you? Here is yours. Isabella is here. Hi, Isabella. How are you? Guys, one thing you can do for me is just you just have to double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful hands. Let's see who is next. It's Perry. Hi, dear Perry. Here is yours. It's Anna. Hi, dear Anna. Here is a good name. It's Elba. Hi, dear Elba. Here is yours. It's Faith. Hi, dear Faith. Here is your beautiful name. It's Hazarat. Hi, Hazarat. Here is yours. Yes. Yes, pretty. Okay, let's move to the next name. It's Frappy. Hi, dear Frappy. Here is yours. It's Samara. Hi, dear Samara. Here is your good name. It's Anna. Hello, dear Anna. Here is yours. It's Anika. Hi, dear Anika. How are you? Hello, dear Aisha. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Charo. Here is yours. It's what's your name? It's Poya. Oh, you have such a unique name. Here is yours. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's Adelen. Hi, Adelen. Welcome. Hello, dear Yasin. Here is your good name. Yeah, yeah, I am okay. Thank you so much for asking. Hi, Yasin. Welcome. Here is yours. Hello, dear Davi. Here is your good name. It's Luna. Hi, dear Luna. How are you doing? Here is your good name. It's Nard. Hi. Here is yours. Zoe is here. Hello, dear Zoe. Here is your good name. Dinai. Hi. Thank you for subscribing, dear. Here is yours. It's Emily. Hi, dear Emily. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Saida. Here is yours. It's Paria. Hi, dear Paria. Here is your good name. It's Aryan. Hello, dear Aryan. How are you? Avery is here. Hi, dear Avery. Here is a good name. Ali. Hi, Ali. How are you? Here is yours. Let's see who is next. It's Dave. Hi, Dave. Welcome. How are you? It's Jessica. Hello, dear Jessica. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Anna. Okay, guys, one thing you can do for me, just double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful hands. And it's Aliza. Hi, dear Aliza. Here is your good name. It's Tasneem. Hi, dear Tasneem. How are you doing? Here is your good name. Hello, dear Sahwaj. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Anna. Hi, dear Anna. Here is your beautiful name. It's Paula. Hi, dear Paula. Here is yours. Let's see who is here. It's Javed. Hi, dear Javed. Here is your good name. It's Allo. Hi, welcome. Hello, dear Yadav. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hello, dear. What is your name? Ballistic. Oh, wow. What a unique name you have. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Leah. Here is yours. Hi, Samir. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. It's Azazel. Hi, Azazel. How are you? Here is yours. It's Michael. Hey, dear Michael. How are you doing? Here is your beautiful name. Let's see who is next. It's Hassan. Hi Hassan, welcome. Hi dear Kirti. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome dear Kirti. How are you? Hi dear Isabella. Isabella is here. Hi. Hello dear Ahatab. Here is yours. Welcome dear. How are you? It's Om. Hi dear Om. How are you? Welcome, it's Allison. Hello, dear Allison. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Silak. Here is yours. It's Mona. Hi, dear Mona. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. It's it's Jacob. Oh wow. Here is yours. Hello, dear Jay. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? It's Carmen. Hi, dear Carmen. Here is yours. Hello, dear Uttam. Here is your good name. Guys, one thing you can do for me, you just have to double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful hands. Thank you. Let's see. Sam is here. Hi, Sam. Welcome. How are you? It's Duru. Hello, dear Duru. Here is your good name. It's Bhumika. Hi, Bhumika. Welcome. Here is yours. Sana is here. Hi, dear Sana. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Ali. Here is yours. Welcome, dear. Ahil is here. Hi, dear Ahil. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Dia. Thank you so much for subscribing, dear Dia. Have a good day. It's Ahil. Hi, dear Ahil. Here is your beautiful name. Ismail. Hi, Ismail. Your beautiful name is on the thumbnail for this live, dear. Have a good day. Hey, dear. Welcome. How are you? It's Jasmine. Hello, dear Jasmine. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Daniela. Daniela is here. Hey, Daniela. Welcome. Faizan. Hi, Faizan. How are you? Thank you. You're most welcome, dear. It's Danja. Welcome back. How are you doing? Hello, dear Lydia. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, Arus. Here is your beautiful name. It's Zags. Hello. Here is yours. How are you? Zanny is here. Hi, dear Zanny. How are you doing? It's Yazdan. Hi, Yazdan. Here is your beautiful name. It's Stella. Hi, dear Stella. How are you? Z and B. Here is yours. It's Deem. Hi, dear Deem. How are you? Let's see who is next. Honey. Hey, dear Honey. Here is your sweet name. Welcome. Hi, dear Maria. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Mimi. Here is your good name, Mr. 67. Oh, hi. Welcome back. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Theo. Here is your good name. Hi, Julia. Here is yours. Moderator, are you asking from me? Oh, I think, guys, one thing you can do for me, you just have to double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful little hands. Okay, let's see who is here. Julia. Hi, dear Julia. How are you? It's Nabil. Hi, dear Nabil. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Harry. Hey, Harry. Welcome back. How are you doing? Yes, of course, I remember you. Hi, dear. Oh, okay. Rafid. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's Eva. Hi, dear Eva. Here is yours. Hello, dear Huran. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Let's see who is here. It's Rahma. Hi, dear Rahma. How are you? Here is yours. Thanks. You're most welcome. It's Ace. Hi. Here is yours. Hi, Taha. Here is your good name. It's Meliha. Hello, dear Meliha. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Hanam. Hi, Hanam. Welcome. How are you? Thank you very much. You're most welcome, dear. Hi, dear Vani. Here is yours. Welcome, Aksa. Hello, dear Aksa. Here is your good name. Rara. Hi, dear Rara. Here is yours. Thanks. Hi, it's Juga. Hello, dear. Here is your beautiful name. Supriya is here. Hi, dear Supriya. How are you doing? Here is your good name. Hi, dear Hadisha. Here is yours. Welcome. With 6-7. Oh, God. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Imono. Here is your good name. Welcome. It's Baron. Hi, dear Baron. How are you? Hi, dear Jasmine. Welcome, dear Jasmine. How are you? Hi, dear Zoe 67. Okay, here is yours. It's Hi, dear Arumi. What is your name? I can't understand this language, dear. Hi, dear Jiha. Here is yours. Hello, dear Buddy. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hi, dear Taguhi. Taguhi. Here is your good name. Welcome. It's Adriele. Hello, dear Adriele. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Zahra is here. Hi, Zahra. How are you? Here is yours, Manik. Hello, dear Manik. How are you doing? It's Candela. Hi, Candela. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear May. Here is your beautiful name. Asmara is here. Hi, Asmara. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear. It's late. Hi. Here is yours. How are you? It's Arav. Hi, dear Arav. Here is your beautiful name. Darren. Hi, dear Darren. How are you? It's Natalie. Hi, dear Natalie. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's Elma. Hi, dear Elma. How are you? Hey dear Asia. Hi Asia, how are you doing? Here is your good name. Have a good day, dear. It's Jasmine without E. Here is yours. Hi. Hi, how are you? Ferranges. Hello, Ferranges. Here is yours. Welcome. I am okay. Oh, so good to know, dear. Have a good day. Hello, dear Avery. Here is your beautiful name. It's Brooklyn. Hi, Brooklyn. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, dear Pooja. Hey, Pooja. Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. Here is your good name. It's Rose. Hi, welcome. Zainab is here. Hello, dear Zainab. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Kadir. Hi, Kadir. Welcome. Kadir Khan. Here is yours. Guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful little hands. And don't forget to press the subscribe button. Hi, dear Kawa. Here is yours. Welcome. How are you? Henzo is here. Hello, dear Henzo. Here is your beautiful name. Thank you. You're most welcome, dear. Lots of love. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, dear Tatum. Here is yours. It's back. Hello, dear back. How are you? Hi, dear Jimin. Here is your good name, dear Army. How are you doing? Hello, dear Zale. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Eva. Hi, dear Eva. Welcome. Thank you so much. You're most welcome, dear. Thank you. It's Julia. Hi, dear Julia. How are you? Ali Raza. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, dear Eva. Hello. Hi. How are you? Hi, dear Shamshad. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear. How are you? Let's see who is next. It's Dakari. Hi, dear Dakari. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Hafsa. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's Kum Kum. Hi, dear Kum Kum. How are you? Milana. Milana, what is your name? It's Fatima. Fatima. Okay. Fatima, here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear. How are you doing today? It's Summer. Hi, Summer. Moderator, don't do this, dear. Here is yours. Hi, dear Doreen. Here is your good name. It's Aurora. Hi, Aurora. How are you? Here is yours. Kennedy. Hi, Kennedy. How are you doing? Here is your beautiful name. It's Alan. Hi, Alan. Welcome. Thank you. You're most welcome. Have a good day. Raghav. Hi, Raghav. How are you? Welcome. It's Carter. Hi, dear Carter. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hello, dear Alice. Here is yours. How are you doing? It's Aradhya. Hi, Aradhya. Welcome. How are you? Here is your good name. Hello, dear Nino. Here is yours. Okay, thank you. It's Izoza. Hi, Izoza. Welcome. Hi, dear Malak. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Khadija. Here is yours. Welcome. How are you? It's it's Wesley. Hi. Here is yours. Have a good day. Welcome, dear. How are you? Junior. Hello, dear Junior. Here is your good name. Welcome. It's Seven. Hi, dear Seven. Here is yours. Noor is here. Hi, dear Noor. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Tanjeem. Tanjeem is here. Have a good day, dear. Hi, dear Keshav. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? It's Evelyn. Hi, dear Evelyn. How are you? Guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful little hands. And don't forget to press that subscribe button there. It's Nathan. Hi, dear Nathan. How are you? It's Kashish. Hi, dear Kashish. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, thank you. You're most welcome. It's Shorty. Hello, dear Shorty. How are you? Here is your moderator after 3 minutes. Your video is uploaded on my channel. My oh, that motivational video. I'm not. I don't know why I said your video because I promise you. Hi, dear Samuel. Welcome. How are you? It's Janvi. Hi, dear Janvi. Here is a good name. It's Raka. Hi, Raka. How are you? Here is yours. It's Kiba is here. Hello, dear Kiba. Here is a good name. It's Inderjeet. Oh, what a beautiful name you have. Inderjeet. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Leah. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. Okay, short. If you want a screenshot of your name, dear, you can take it now. Afterlife, thanks for completing promise. No, I want you to watch that video after 2 minutes. Thank you so much. Hi, it's Paula. Hi, dear Paula. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hey Ariana, here is yours. Welcome. It's just I think 1 minute and 53 seconds, not like too long. So you can watch that video, and after watching, I want a quick review from you. Hi Falak, welcome from you. Hi Afra, here is yours. How are you? Yay, Sipkaji. Thank you. It's Charu. Here is a good name. Hi, dear Karen. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Adyasha. Hi, Adyasha. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Thank you so much for subscribing. Wada and John. Okay, let's try it together. John and Wada for you. Here is yours. Welcome. Afterlife, I don't want to. No, 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 no. You have to watch during the live. Hi, dear Atul. Here is yours. How are you? Hey, Angel. Here is your good name. It's Mayank. Hi, dear Mayank. How are you? Here is yours. It's Eva. Hi, dear Eva. Abhay. Hello, Abhay. Have a good day, dear. Here is yours. Hello, dear. It's Danji and Reze. Danji and Reze. Here is yours. Welcome, dear. Elma. Hi, Elma. Here is your beautiful name. It's Leah. Hello, dear Leah. How are you? You know why the chat is getting stuck on my other phone? Let's see who is here. It's Fiona. Hi, dear Fiona. How are you? Isra is here. Hi, dear Isra. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear. Is this by the way? I don't know. Don't know, dear brother. Hi, Almar. Here is yours. Hello, dear Inzia. Here is your good name. How are you? It's Satan. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Ramin and Jyoti. Okay, let's write Ramin and Jyoti. Here is yours. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful little hand. It's Sarang. Hi, dear Sarang. How are you? What is mean by you? Yeah, I have a headache. Hi, Ayush. Here is your good name. Hi dear, it's Dina. Hello, here is yours. Welcome. It's Biansha. Hi dear Biansha. Here is yours and a pain in my shoulder too. Hi Aditi. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Madan. Hi dear Madan. How are you? Here is a good name. It's Dia. Hi dear Dia. How are you? Let's see who is here. It's Venus. Hello. Welcome. Hi dear Misha. Here is your beautiful name. Hi dear Diruve. Dear Subkaji, are you fine? Here is yours. Dear moderator, please go and watch the video, please. I want a quick review from you. Hi, dear Nitavan. Here is yours. Hello, dear Aina. Here is your good name. It's Alia. Hi, Alia. How are you? Here is yours. It's Kia. Hi, Kia. Welcome. Incy, why not, dear? Happy birthday. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi. Hey, dear Elisa. Here is your beautiful name. Oh, we have another Jyoti. Thank you so much for subscribing, dear. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hi, dear Emma. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Easter. Hi, Easter. How are you? Hello, dear Kyler. Hey, Kyler. You're new here. New here. Welcome. How are you doing? Here is a beautiful name. Thank you for joining, dear. It's Matteo. Hi, dear Matteo. Here is yours. It's Esila. Hi, dear Esila. Welcome. Hi, dear. I am excited. Please go and watch. You are still here. I thought that you are watching the video. Hi, Himanshu. Welcome, dear moderator. Please don't do this to me. Hi, Sharma. Welcome. Here is a good name. It's Siddharth. Hi, Siddharth. Welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Welcome, dear. How are you? S and B. S and okay. Let's write your name. Uh, yes, yes, Abdul. Same, but different. S X B. Oh, let's see who is here. It's Gia. Hi, dear Gia. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear MKIZ. Here is yours. Hello, dear Finlay. Finlay is here. You have such a unique name. Welcome. How are you? Guys, one thing you can do for me, you just have to double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful little hand. It's Juliet. Hi, dear Juliet. Welcome. Thank you. Jokey. Hi, dear. It's Jokesy. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Alessia. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Beer Hut. Hi, dear Beer Hut. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Shaista. Hi, Shaista. Welcome. How are you? Okay, moderator, I'm not talking to you. Seriously, I'm not talking to you. Hi, Birhat. Welcome. Here is yours. Hi, Zara. Here is your good name. Hi, dear. It's AHT and Y and AH. Okay. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi. Hi, Aisha. Welcome back. I am good, dear. How about you? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Vinu is here. Hi, dear Vinu. Here is yours. Hello, dear. What is your name? Nihad. Hi, Nihad. Welcome. Here is yours. Hello, dear Lynn. Here is your good name. No moderator. I'm not talking to you straight. I'm telling you straight. Hi, dear LS. Welcome. Here is yours. It's Derek. Hi, dear Derek. Here is yours. Hello, dear. What is your name? It's Chochi. Oh, here is yours. Welcome. Alia is here. Hello, dear Alia. Here is your good name. Welcome. Ananya. Hi Ananya, how are you? No dear Aisha. How can we forget you, dear? Hi dear. Hi Khadija, welcome back. How are you? Here is yours. Welcome. Hi Sultan. How are you? Here is your good name. It's Melissa. Hi Melissa. How are you? Here is yours. It's Saurabh. Hi dear Saurabh. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's Lana. Hi dear Lana. How are you? Bye, I'll be back. Are you going to watch the video? Hi Maya. Welcome. Here is your beautiful name. It's Hi, Emma with double M. Here is yours. Welcome. Amanat. Hi Amanat. Welcome. Here is your good name. Aisha, I have uploaded a motivational video on my channel, so we are talking about that video. If you want, you can watch that video too, dear. Hi Megan. Welcome. Hello, dear. Hi, it's Anne. Here is yours. How are you? It's Molly. Hi, dear Molly. Here is yours. It's Liz. Hi, dear Liz. Welcome. Hello, dear. Yes, yes, Khadija. It's Molly. Hello, how are you? It's Ayman. Hi, dear Ayman. Here is your beautiful name. It's Zaland. Okay, here is yours. Welcome. Thank you so much. You're most welcome, dear. Lots of love. It's Tenura. Hi, Tenura. How are you? It's Mediha. Here is your good name. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Khadija. It's Shika. Hi, Shika. Welcome. And I want a review from you guys. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Mia. Here is yours. Welcome. Let's see who is next. It's Valencia. Hi, Valencia. How are you? Here is your good name. Welcome, dear. It's Anu. Hi, dear Anu. Here is yours. Santiago. Santiago. Here is your good name. It's Rahima. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Oriana. Here is your beautiful name. It's Atah. Hi, Atah. Welcome. Atah Khan. Here is your beautiful name. Edward. Whenever I see this name, I remember my beautiful subscriber named Edward. Hello, dear Mike. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Shirin. Hi, dear Shirin. How are you? Here is a beautiful name. It's Anushka. Hi, Anushka. How are you? Here is your good name. Welcome, Anushka. Thank you so much for watching, dear Subgaji. Hi, dear Kalandra. Here is yours. Hi, dear Sabina. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hello, dear Sanish. Thank you so much for subscribing, dear Sanish. Here is yours. Hello, dear Arush. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's Hiba. Hello, dear Hiba. Here is yours. It's Ella. Hi, Ella. Welcome. It's Ali Akbar. Hi. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Pallavi. Here is your good name. Guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful little hands. It's James. Hey, dear James. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, Taha. Here is your good name. Welcome. It's Uluk. Hey, dear Uluk. Here is your good name. You have such a unique name. It's Hania. Hi, dear Hania. Here is your beautiful name. Tanmin. Hi. No, it's Tanin. Hello, Taneem. How are you? It's Emal. Hi, dear Emal. Here is yours. Hello, dear Alicia. Here is your beautiful name. It's Sirle. Hi, dear Sirle. How are you doing? Here is your good name. It's Meherma. Hi, dear Meherma. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear. Let's write your name. Dimitrie. Here is yours. Welcome. Hey, dear Sama. Here is your beautiful name. Sabina. Hey, Sabina. How are you? Here is yours. Welcome. Hey, dear. I want to screenshot it. What is your name, dear? Fazal. Fazal, dear. What's your name? Hi, dear. Rad. It's Rad Smil. Oh, wow. What a unique name you have. Here is yours. Welcome. It's oh god. R. Let me check the spelling. It's hard to read the capital letters for me. It takes so much time. Oh no, I forgot to put the I. It's A-I. Oh no, what is this? It's a bug. Here is your good name. Welcome. Let's see who is here. What is your name, dear? Who wants a screenshot? Thank you. You're most welcome, dear. It's Say. Hello. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Dai. Hello, dear Dai. Here is your good name. Evelyn. Hello, dear Evelyn. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Roger. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Izzy. Hi, dear Izzy. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. It's Chochok. Oh, nice. You have such a cute name. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear Magiano. Hi, Magiano. Welcome. Thank you. You're most welcome, dear. Lots of love. Have a good day. Let's see who is here. Helen. Hi, dear Helen. Welcome. Hiba. Okay, Hiba wants a screenshot. Hey, dear Hiba. Oh no, it's lagging. On that, dear. Okay, let's see who is next. It's Mariam Faiz. Mariam Faiz. Here is welcome. Guys, don't forget to press the subscribe button there and do double tap on your screen. It's E-Ridge. Hello, dear. Oh, it's lagging again. Hi, Shania. Welcome. How are you? Ayat. Hello, dear Ayat. Here is your good name. Network, why are you lagging? Oh, it's fine now. Thank God. It's Feroz. Hi, dear Feroz. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Yunchai. Here is yours. Let me do it right. Here is a good name. Welcome. Hi, dear Pragati. Pragati is here. Hi. Hello, dear Asan. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? It's Latan. Hi, dear Latan. Here is yours. It's Daphne. Hi, Daphne. Welcome. Sarah is here. Hello, dear Sarah. Okay, let's move to the next name. It's Anaya. Hi, Anaya. Welcome. How are you? Hi, dear Sagar. Here is yours. Guys, one thing you can do for me is you just have to double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful hands. Hania, hi Hania, welcome. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. It's Zainab. Hi Zainab. Welcome. Hi dear Aisha. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Here is yours. It's Hussein. Hi dear Hussein. Welcome. Here is yours. Hi. Gulasal. Hello dear Gulasal. How are you? Here is yours. Welcome. Hi dear, I am good. What about you? I am good too. How are you, dear? Thank you so much for asking. Hello, here is yours. It's Asen. Hi dear Asen. Here is your good name. Mika is here. Hi Mika, welcome. It's Mahi. Hi Mahi. How are you? Welcome back, dear moderator. How are you? It's Pari. Hi dear Pari, welcome. Thank you so much, dear Evelyn. Hi, dear Evelyn. Here is your good name. Aisha, I have uploaded a Q. Oh, no. Oh, I am saying Q&A video. I have uploaded a motivational video on my channel. So please watch that video and give me the review about that video. Hi, dear Oyazan. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Chloe. Hi, dear Chloe. How are you? Hi, Aima. Welcome. How are you? Mariam. Hi, dear Mariam. Here is yours. It's Gulshah. Gulshah is here. Hi. How will and Khan. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Clara. Hi, dear Clara. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Farah. Here is yours. Hello, Nidhi. Welcome, dear Nidhi. How are you? Here is yours. It's Eduardo. What is your name? Oardo. Here is yours. Hi, dear Ollie. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's Meliha. Hi, Meliha. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. It's Cindy. Hi, dear Cindy. Welcome. I am feeling I am good and I am nice. I am innocent and I am powerful. how how do you feel? All these emotion in one? Hello, here is yours. Welcome. It's Nile. Hi, dear Nile. Here is your beautiful name. It's Stephanie. Hi, welcome, dear. How are you? Let's see who is next. Shika. Hi, dear Shika. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's it's Ahan. Hi, Ahan. Welcome. Guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful little hands. Let's see who is next. It's Khaullah. Here is yours. Welcome. How are you? Here is your good name. Hi, dear Emma. Here is yours. Welcome. Oh, we have so many Emmas in this live. Nice. I am. Oh no. What? Seriously. Please. Give me a serious review. How is that? Hi Zainab. Welcome. How are you? Hi dear. My name is Ahan. Thanks. You're most welcome, dear. Have a good day. It's Bernardo. Bernardo or Bernardo? Let me check. Bernardo. Hi. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Asad. Here is your good name. How are you? It's Alag. Hi. Here is yours. Hello, dear ZAST. You have such a unique name. Welcome. You're from Brazil. Oh, so good to have you here, dear. Hi, dear Zad. Welcome. Here is yours. Hi, dear Adele. Adele, welcome back. Want a screenshot? Go for it, dear. Hi, Dinesh. Welcome. How are you? It's Halima. Hi, Halima. How are you? Here is a beautiful name. Kiana. Hi, dear Kiana. Here is a beautiful name. How are you? It's Adeline. Hello. Welcome. Vene is here. Hi, dear Vene. Here is a beautiful name. It's Ahil. Hi, Ahil. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Anaya. Here is your beautiful name. Thank you so much for liking, dear. Lots of love. It's Sana. Hi, dear Sana. Welcome. Ramiz is here. Hello, dear Ramiz. Here is your beautiful name. It's Daylan. Hi, dear Daylan. How are you? Hi, dear. What's your name? Mariam. Hi, Mariam. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Mustalifa. Mustalifa. F.A. Welcome. Here is your good name. How are you? Hi, dear Sioba. Here is yours. It's Shivansh. Hi. Welcome. Here is your good name. How are you? Saba is here. Hi, Saba. Welcome, dear. Hello, dear Dennis. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, dear Janvi. Here is yours. Welcome. Moni is here. Hey, Moni. How are you? Rafia. Hi, Rafia. How are you doing? Here is your good name. Hello. Hi. Hey, Rehan. What happened? Here is a good name. Welcome. It's Elena. Hey, Elena. How are you? Here is a good name. It's Mukhlisa. Here is yours. Welcome. Lily is here. Hello, dear Lily. Here is a good name. Crystal. Hi, dear Crystal. How are you doing? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining again, dear. Let's see who is next. It's Arpita. Hi, dear Arpita. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on your screen like this with your beautiful little hands. Just need to double tap. It's Joe Owl. Here is yours. Welcome. Hey dear, thank you. You're most welcome, dear Darna. Hi, dear Darna. How are you? Here is yours. It's Kiki. Hey, Kiki. Welcome. Hello, dear Darcy. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Darcy. How are you? Shabana. Hi, dear. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. It's Zizi. Hi, Zizi. Welcome. Jack is here. Hello, dear Jack. How are you? Hi, dear Masha. Here is your beautiful name. It's Hussein. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Ain. Here is your good name. Oh, it's Hussein. Okay. Let's write. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Evelyn. How are you? Here is a good name. It's Lilith. Hi, Lilith. Welcome back. How are you? Hello, dear Asmanur. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear. Oh, Avren. Avren. Welcome. How are you? It's Daniel. Hi, dear Daniel. Here is your good name. Hey, dear Gunal. Here is yours. Say Haj. Hi, say Haj. Welcome. Here is your beautiful name. Okay, let's see who is here. Hi, dear Asma. Here is your beautiful name. I thought I was bad, extremely bad, but I am realizing now maybe I need more like this. This video is for those who don't know yourself, those who feel they deserve. Thank you so much for this review. Yeah, I am thinking that I want to create more. I should create more videos like this, like that video motivational. Hi, dear Asif. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear. They consider themselves weak, insignificant, and inferior. Yeah, it's kind of motivational stuff. I also love these types of videos. When I'm down, I used to watch these videos. Hi, Fatima. Welcome. How are you? It's Uzair. Hi, Uzair. How are you? Hello, dear BP. Okay, let's write Bibixojar. Hi, here is your good name. Welcome. Bye, see you soon. Bye bye, dear. See ya. Please write something unique. Very Bhavi. Bhavin. Okay, I only know cursive writing. Here is your good name. Welcome, dear Bhavin. How are you? Hello, you are from Azerbaijan. I love that place called Shadag Mountains. I am in love with that place. Guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful hands. And don't forget to press the subscribe button there. Thank you so much. It's Mehbube. Here is yours. Welcome. How are you? It's Icky Wow. Here is your good name. It's Constance. Welcome. How are you? Yeah, this small but can change a million of people's mindset, thoughts, and life. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It means you like that video, right? Hi, Oyazim. Welcome. How are you? It's Susie. Just a small effort of mine. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Shukrona. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? It's Nasser. Hi, dear Nasser. Here is yours. Hi, dear Chubby. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hello, dear Isa. Hey, Isa. Welcome. How are you? Hey, dear. Your voice is so cute and beautiful and cute like a cute girl. Thank you so much. What is your beautiful name? Hello. Oh, thank you so much, dear Kendra. I really appreciate your love and support, guys. Hi, dear Kendra. How are you? It's Umid. Hi, Umid. Welcome. Huria. Yes, dear Hur. I remember you. How are you doing? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's Doll. Hey, dear Doll. Welcome back. Hi, dear Hussein. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. It's Kelsey. Hi, dear Kelsey. How are you? Hello, dear Maria. Here is yours. It's Diora. Hi, dear Diora. How are you? Hello, dear Sydney. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Anayel. Hi, dear Anayel. Here is yours. Good. How are you? I am good, dear. Thank you so much for asking. It's Dilnoza. Hi, dear Dilnoza. Here is your beautiful name. Madiha. Hi, Madiha. Here is yours. Welcome, dear. Hello, dear. It's Akak. Your name is Akak. Oh, what a unique name you have, dear. Here is your good name. Welcome. Azan is here. Hi, Azan. Here is yours. Welcome. Please write my name. What is your name, dear? Manuel. Hi. Here is yours. It's Al Irsad. Hi. Here is yours. I subscribe you. Thank you for subscribing. And you want me to write 6 7, so here is yours. Thank you so much. Hello, dear Paula. Here is your good name. It's Isa. Hello, Isa. How are you? Hello, dear Elena. Hi, dear Elena. Welcome. Kansamida. Hi, Sophia. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Akshita. Okay. Akshita is here. Hi, dear Akshita. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? I am good, dear Moon. Thank you so much for joining again. Guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful little hands. And I have uploaded a video, a motivational video on my channel. So please that, what, please that, what I'm saying, please watch that video and share your thoughts about that video. Hi Anmol, welcome. How are you? Is Zarifa? Hi dear Zarifa. Here is your good name. And do let me know if you want another videos like this, like that motivational video, which is recently uploaded on my channel. I'll try to make more motivation stuff. This video completely blew my mind. I am deeply inspired by this video. Oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you. Hi dear Hamza and Tarek. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Yuji. Hello, dear Yuji. How are you? Welcome. Hello, dear Oriana. Here is a good name. It's Akam. Hi, dear Akam. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Alexandra. Hi, Alexandra. How are you? Here is a beautiful name. Welcome, dear. Let's rise, teacher. Here is yours. It's Sophia. Hi, Sophia. How are you? Welcome. Gojo. Here is yours. Welcome. Arya is here. Hi, dear Arya. Here is yours. Welcome. Let's see, guys, who is here. It's Helena. Hi, dear Helena. Here is your beautiful name. Guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on your screens like this with your beautiful hand. It's Mia. Hi, dear Mia. How are you? Hello, dear love. Here is yours. It's Nivik. Hi, dear Nivik. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Arya is here. Hi, dear Arya. Here is your good name. Okay, let's see who is next. And now we are going to write our last name for this dream, which is Hi Sian, welcome. Farah, hi dear Farah. We need to say thanks, not you. You're most welcome. Thank you so much for this review. Thank you. Hi Raki, welcome. Here is yours, and let's see who is here. Annie is here. Hello, dear Annie. Here is your beautiful name. Okay, guys, now I am going to end the stream, and our last name for this stream is Zana. Here is yours. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, dear Angel. Here is yours. Welcome. Thank you. You're most welcome, dear. Raki. Hi, Raki. Here is yours. It's Umar. Here is a good name. Maya is here. Hi Maya, welcome. Ada, hi dear Ada. Here is yours. It's Sino. Hi dear Sino. Here is a good name. Kenzie, welcome dear. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hello dear. It's Barid. Here is yours. Lara is here. Hi Lara, welcome. Hi dear. Hamza Tariq is done dear. Yuna. Hi Yuna, welcome. It's Amira. Hi dear Amira. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Oh, another 6-7? Here is yours. Hello dear Gia. Here is your good name. It's Sana. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Marina. Happy birthday, dear Marina. Here is your good name. Okay, guys, one thing you can do for me is just double tap on the screen like this. And now it's time to end the stream. And our last one for the stream is I. Here is yours. But I think Khadija said that I am going to watch the video. But oh, it's lagging. Oh no. Yuk. Hi dear Yuk, welcome. How are you? Hamza Tariq was done before, but if you want a screenshot of your name, dear, here is yours again, and you can take it now. It's Amit. Hi Amit, welcome. How are you? It's Amit. Hi dear Amit, welcome. And it's Ihman. Hello. Here is yours. Chat is running. Stop here. Yes, Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. And Bruno. Hi, dear Bruno. Here is yours. Okay, let's write Lewin. And now I'm going to end the stream. Elena is our last name for this stream. Thank you so much for your precious time, guys. You just have to double tap on the screen like this, and there is a subscribe button too, waiting for your beautiful finger press. Thank you so much for your precious time. See you guys tomorrow at 2 GMT. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Love you all, and stay hydrated. Stay safe. And thank you so much for all the love and support. Maryam, Mukhlisa, Ayan, Ada, and Iman. Durandar. In the next live for sure. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Love you all. Bye.